guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be showing off the new awakenings for the Super Saiyan, Trunks and Goten. We're going to be running them together on the Hybrid Saiyans team, because they're kind of designed to be run together or at least alongside another Goten or Trunks. And funnily enough, both cards are very, very similar. They are pretty much exactly the same. There's only very minor differences. So Kamehameha category leader skill, free key 100%, which is pretty solid. Support, like secondary leader skill, well, their primary leader skill, you guys know what I mean. Secondary leader for the category. Tech and physical types, free key and 70% as the sub lead. Not bad. And then his super attack, triple Kamehameha, supreme damage, raises allies' attack by 30% for one turn. So obviously he works out super well in the first slot. And then his passive, attack 120%. Reduces damage received by 40% plus an additional attack 70% and an additional damage reduction of 30% when performing a super attack if there is an ally whose name includes Goten or Krillin, youth excluded, attacking in the same turn. So, what that means is 120% attack, 40% damage reduction, and then an extra 70. So he's going to be at what, like 190% attack, and then extra 30 damage reduction when performing a super. So that won't be factored in the first slot. Now, I did build him before he got his awakening, so I gave him 11 crit and 15 dodge. I would potentially do that differently now. I haven't started leveling up his links at all. And then if we look at the Goten, same leader skill except it's int and physical types for the secondary leader skill. Same super attack effect, supreme damage raises allies attack by 30%. And then basically the same passive, attack 120%, damage received 40, additional 70 and an additional 30. So I think Trunks has slightly less damage reduction. Trunks has 30 reduction and then gets the extra 40, whereas Goten's the other way around. But essentially they are the same card, right? The only real difference is the teams that you would run them on. The only major difference is, of course, the Goku family and Vegeta family. But I think everything else is exactly the same. And they're even on movie heroes, because obviously these versions that do the Kamehameha with Krillin are from the Bio Broly movie. So there you go. So let's jump in and see exactly what they can do. So we're going to have Trunks in slot 1 here. We can get the super, so he's going to get the extra damage reduction after this first attack. So he's only got 44k defense. Same with Goten. Obviously their stats incredibly similar. Now Goten is actually going to get a boost because of course Trunks is going to raise allies' attack with his super, and then so is Goten. So Gohan at the end is going to do an insane amount of damage. But wow, 2.5. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I guess he is getting that massive extra attack from being with Goten, and then he takes double digits. Goten at 2.5 as well. So wow, I mean the two of them together as a rotation. Damn, under a 170 attack leader, they're both hitting 2.5 million attack stats. And that was without a support unit on the rotation. That is actually quite crazy. That's not, I wasn't expecting their attack stats to be that high. Especially because once they've super attacked, as long as they've got that Goten or Trunks on rotation with them, they get 70% damage reduction, which is a lot. So for a unit to have such high damage reduction, but then also be hitting a 2.5 million attack stat without support, that is actually really, really good. So these guys definitely good options for youth and Super Saiyan when the new category stages of Super Alroad finally come to global. Obviously if you're still having trouble with any of the existing ones, Hybrid Saiyans, obviously they fit perfectly onto. I mean, we are running them on a Hybrid Saiyans team here with the Gohan lead. But now we have a support on the rotation, so we're up to about 58k defense on both of them. So we will let Trunks go first again and let Goten block here. Not that it really matters because we have so much damage reduction, but he does have type advantage, so go ahead and put him here. And then of course we have the excellent World Tournament Super Saiyan Gohan, who we did showcase already. He's insanely good. These guys almost at a 3 million attack stat. So Bulla, who gives more attack support in her passive than the High School Gohan, when she comes onto the third rotation, this Goten and Trunks will be hitting 3 million attack stats, which is actually pretty crazy. So definitely could be worth changing their hidden potential to have some more like crits and additionals and stuff rather than being full dodge, because I feel like they're going to defend so well now outside of some of the hardest hitting like situations in the game. Like obviously as we get further into this event, it'll be interesting to see how much more damage we take, because we are on the versus Barbady's army stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history, which is what stage? Is it 9 or 7? I can't even remember how many there are now. But yeah, it's one of the later ones, so it's a little bit harder than the first couple. Like the first two that we got, the Super Warriors and the Androids, I use those for showcases a lot because they're quite easy, so it's an easy way to just show off a team quickly. But because we want to show how good these guys are defensively, I thought it would be good to bring them into one of the slightly harder events. Obviously, as we start getting further and further through, they will start to take more damage. So let's see, who've we got? So Trunks very slightly has higher stats for both, it seems. And of course they link incredibly well together, I say. They have all of the same links. Yeah, they have the exact same link set, which is, yeah, I mean, you can find other options for running them, but like running them together is just insane. Now, when it comes to mono teams, so for example, Extreme Super Battle Road, the Trunks has a really, really good potential link partner in the LR Gobros, because the Gobros have GOTEN brackets Kid in their name, so they will fulfill that part of his passive. Whereas the GOTEN definitely has a lot harder time, because there's not any other units that are someone else and like Kid Trunks on the INT team. In fact, are there any other like INT Kid Trunkses? Probably not. So yeah, it's interesting because it definitely means that Trunks is in a better spot for using on his own. Because obviously any of those teams like Super Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, you can run the Gobros on that team. So the way that could work really well for Super Tech Extreme Super Battle Road is you can go ahead and put Trunks in slot 1. Now obviously he does take a little bit more damage before he gets to Super, but he's going to mitigate a load of that damage, then he's going to Super Attack, take even less damage, raise the allies' attack, and then the Gobros are going to go next and Super Attack, and have that massive extra buff from the Trunks Super. So that rotation is going to be really good. We'll obviously have to do that as a video. Unfortunately, taking the Super here before we get our Super off, but honestly that damage is not terrible for one of these later stages. And then of course once we actually get the Super Attack off, we get the full passive to activate, and then yeah, we're straight back to taking double digit damage, which is actually insane. I mean, the only reason we lost as much health as we did this turn is because he Super Attacked before we got the Super off. So I would actually quite like to see how much damage we would take if we got the Super off first. But it depends. We'll see if we can potentially get that scenario to come up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think we're going to get the Dokkan attack here. Gohan's defense, yeah, Gohan's defense is going to be built up so much at this point that he's not going to take any damage. And yeah, so this will give us a nice heal with no need to use an item here. So let's go ahead and do this. We've got what, a 3.5 million attack stat. Okay, so I feel like we might take out Deborah here. 3.5 is very good in general, and then of course Dokkan attack always does bonus damage. We hit all the nodes as well, so yeah, 3 mil. He does have a lot of health though. So Future Gohan, a very new addition to my box. I only got him recently from the Halloween banner. Managed to pull 2 copies of him. Double digits from a normal attack, it's very good. And then, wow, double digits from the super as well, let's go. So yeah, in Future Gohan, very welcome addition to my box. And then yeah, unfortunately Bullet taking 84k. But we did so much damage with the Dokkan attack that this pushes us back to full health. So he has locked us in place, which is very annoying. Fortunately, we saw from his own showcase the other day, the World Tournament support Gohan is a beast. So yeah, he's not taking any damage here. He might finish him off. No, okay, so Trunks gonna come through here. I do quite like the super attack animation because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Broly movie, or the Bio Broly movie, is the only time that Trunks ever does a Kamehameha. So it's kind of cool, does it together with Goten and Krillin. Obviously that means in Dokkan he's on the Kamehameha category. And yeah, I think it's quite cool. Let's go ahead and transform one of the Gohans here so we can start dishing out a little bit more damage. Because we need to fix up our rotations now as well, thanks to Dabura's locking in that previous turn. So we've got to get Goten to float around here and then float them off. I mean, we'll get to see what they do without the Goten and Trunks partner, but obviously it is essentially just getting the starting bonus, which, as we saw from the previous turns, they will not tank anywhere near as well under those circumstances. But of course, Ultimate Gohan here, now that he's transformed, is just going to go off and absolutely beat down Majin Vegeta here. Yeah, we've got a 4.5 million attack stat with no support unit on the rotation. So pretty good. We also have type advantage, so decent amount of damage there. And then Future Gohan at 1.6. I mean, that's not bad considering he is 69% for me. Pretty decent. And then, yeah, the untransformed Gohan still building up in the third slot here. Obviously, he hadn't been attacked, so his attack stat not as high as it potentially could have been. So we'll go ahead and do this, and let's see what we get here. So this is with support, because we do have double support units, but we're only getting the base damage reduction because we're not going to activate that second part of his passive. We do have type advantage as well, so I mean, yeah, not quite double digits, but it's still basically nothing. And then, yeah, you see that massive drop in his attack stat when he's not getting that extra 70% buff from having the Goten on rotation. I mean, we got double supports. When we saw with the High School Gohan or Bulla on rotation, we were hitting around 3 million attack stats with the Goten and Trunks together. So you can see as soon as we separate them, that is a huge loss in their potential damage output. So obviously they are very much designed to be kept together. So I guess in the process of doing this showcase, it does kind of show off one of the flaws of units like that, is the fact that once they are actually separated, you know, they're nowhere near, not only are they obviously nowhere near as good as they could be, but they become almost on the level of you wouldn't necessarily want to use them on a team. So you obviously really want to be putting them with the other, whether it is a differently named one or not, so that they are getting that full passive to activate, and then they can actually become very, very good. So let us leave you on rotation. The only annoying thing about this now, of course, is Babidi does seal, and he super attacks constantly. So he sealed Trunks, but that's fine because we can put him in the middle. This Gohan has been building up quite a lot, so I think he should be okay in the back here, even though he has type disadvantage. He's supered a lot, so his defense is going to be pretty high. He is about to take double supers though, but he shouldn't be in danger of dying. I mean, there's another super from us, so that's another huge increase to his defense. So yeah, we shouldn't have any problem surviving this. I just want to get Goten and Trunks back together so we can have one more turn with them on the same rotation. But yeah, double digit damage, okay. So yeah, kind of funny when you have this enemy who only ever super attacks, but yet we are rocking a tank who just doesn't care. What is this Gohan's defense? 473,000, okay. I mean, that's a lot of defense right there. So, yeah, come on then, Babidi. 69 damage. Woo. Please, no. The horror. Alright, so 1.8 from you. 1.1 from Buller. Fortunately, Buller didn't have to be in the way of any hits, because she only has a 30% chance to dodge, and as we saw from some of the normal attacks that she did take, she would get absolutely destroyed. So let's put Goten in the first slot. I feel like Trunks has been taking the first spot a little bit too much. So let's go ahead and let Goten go off here. Now let's see the difference. So we got 40% damage reduction. We're going to take a super attack. 135k, wow. Wait, did he seal Goten? Or did it just skip the animation? Did it skip his super attack animation? Because we took less damage, which means you would think that that means his passive activated. But we didn't get to see the super attack. And yeah, he didn't seal Goten. Interesting. So I wonder if that's another side effect of the all the glitches that we've been having since that most recent update. Because obviously we've had the thing for quite a while where it would skip normal attacks. But pretty sure it legit just skipped the entire super attack animation for Goten there, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, but anyway, the point is you saw the major difference there. We went from taking over 100k to taking 30k once he'd actually super attacked and activated that secondary part of his passive. So as long as they can super attack first, incredibly powerful units defensively here. So let us go ahead and do this. We'll make this the last turn. I mean, to be fair, if Buller doesn't dodge, she might actually die. But we'll go ahead and make this the last turn. Trunks is going to take one hit before he gets his thing to go off. So hopefully it's not a super. Of course, why did I even say that? So 200k. Okay, so then we get just shy of a 3 million attack stat. Nice big damage, and then yeah, to double digit damage on the normals. So if Buller doesn't dodge, we die. Goten is up to 3 million. So he should, despite the type disadvantage... Oh wow, no, so he still takes 13k. Okay, so there we die. I mean, I probably should have ended the video earlier. It's gone on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but mainly because Barbady... no, it was Dabura, wasn't it? Screwed up our rotations a little bit, but hey... Both those guys, very, very good. I'm definitely going to take them and try them out in other events as well. So let me know what you think of them down below. Obviously, they are designed to work alongside each other or another, like Goten or Trunks with the same name. But as you can see, when they were actually in action, they were very, very strong. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description and join in the fun down there. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a good one.